Hello everybody, Shazayman519 here, and welcome. Today we have some great news. We're going to take a look at the number 9 dev notes of 7 Deadly Sins Origins. I just finished reading these, and this is some great news. So we're going to take a look at this together. We're going to try to skip through as much of the fluff as possible, so we have some time for me to put my own personal input on what we're seeing here. So let's take a look. First of all, blah, 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 you know, not really a whole lot of useful stuff in here. However, they have stated that they recognize that in their attempts to keep pushing small fixes, they did not communicate properly that they're actually still working on some of the bigger stuff, right? Like, they say we're still working on it, but it's, you know, they're gonna try and do better on that. I personally thought that their communication was really good, and a lot of people who were mad simply did not read that they were working on most of the things people were mad about. But, you know, that's just me. So, let's go down and take a look at this, shall we? Let's take a look at the key improvements. First things first, continuous tracking is being added. What is continuous tracking? It basically means that if you are chasing a platinum ore that you have targeted on your minimap for tracking, and you have mined that ore, it will now automatically go over to the next closest platinum ore that you have in your world, and it will automatically start tracking that. Really useful, really good. I cannot wait to see how this functions in the game, but this is something we've been asking for a long time. Alright, let's take a look. Next up, we have additional engraved equipment information preview. Basically, engraved equipment, for those who do not know, when you craft an outfit, you will get outfit and you will get armor, right? And that armor is basically the engraved equipment that you can equip instead of like the left side of your gear. And basically, the issue is that when you... Each of these engraved equipments has like a passive buff, right, on it. Like either more like damage or more burst, or like some other thing, like if you attack somebody while in burst, you do more damage, whatever, right? They have these like little passives. You were not able to see on the crafting screen what the passive is. And when you have to choose between one of two gold 5-star, or sorry, one of two gold SSR engraved equipment, it is kind of annoying because you would like to be able to see what their passives are, so you know which one fits better. You know, maybe one is for like you being a support with the character, and the other engravement equipment is for you being a DPS. It would be nice to know, so I'm happy that they added this. Next up, there were 2 drop-off points. They looked at the playtime people have, and they looked at the tutorial, and they, geez, 2 stutters in a row, that's new. Basically, what they did is they took a look and they noticed that at 2 points during the tutorial, one in regards to defeating monsters in Perna Swamp after exiting the cave, and one when it comes to cutting down trees as part of the quest flow, they noticed that a lot of people cut off there and quit the game. So they have put additional indicators in there to make it easier for people to get past those 2 points of what they consider tutorial, right? Next up, we have enhancing the purpose of repetitive combat. Basically, they noticed that a lot of people, when they run out of cube keys, they keep playing and start doing stuff like farming common monsters. I'm sure a lot of you have been watching this game on YouTube. I've seen plenty of videos. Shout out to all the other content creators, by the way, where they basically tell you to go and farm those common rabbit enemies, right? Just outside of Leonis on the right. Because you can get XP materials from them and a whole bunch of other stuff, and you can grind it for a few hours and get like a bunch of gold as well. Now, this is really important. Our development team believes that this type of gameplay is driven not simply by the need to acquire resources, but by the desire to continue playing the game, even after completing the content. And this is important because if they did not understand this, they would simply throw more resources at us and call it a day. But they are actually going to try to focus on making it so that we have more fun things to do when we run out of keys, rather than just beating up rabbits. Now, what are they going to add? After version 1.2, defeating elite and boss monsters in the field will grant a chance to obtain material items used for mastery and crafting. Right? In dungeons, elite and boss monsters will also have a chance to drop these materials required for crafting remnants of the rift. And this does not require cube keys. This is really good. This means that instead of just going out and farming some low-level monsters and turning your brain off and being bored, you can actually go and farm the more challenging enemies in the overworld and have some fun. Also, a lot more fun to go and speedrun these with friends than speedrunning killing a bunch of rabbits. Not dunking on any content creator, by the way, who recommended that. That was genuinely one of the best things you could do at the time. But I'm just happy there is a more fun alternative now. Next up, we have an overview of version 1.2, right? What's actually going to be released with this. First thing, we're going to have a new region and new main story. So as we do the story, the new region is going to be unlocked, which will also have new gathering materials and crafting resources. I do hope that we also get more locations for already existing resources. It would be really nice if we got more platinum ore for us to farm daily. Next up, we have a new endgame, which is called Time Space Junction. This is being prepared as content that expands over time, with new sectors unlocking periodically. In version 1.2, 2 sectors will be available initially. So we'll have to see how this goes. We have no idea yet what it will be like gameplay-wise or anything like that, but what we do know is that they plan on, expanding it. Next up, a few new bosses will be getting Abyss difficulty with more drops and new gear. Additional engraving equipment. Now, this is huge. I'm gonna simplify this for y'all, but this is amazing. Basically, the developers have noticed that a lot of people get frustrated by the RNG aspect of gear drops, right? You could be farming a boss that has like 4 SSR gear pieces. You could farm it 50 times and still never get the one gear piece that you want for crafting an outfit. So what have they done? They have now made it so that when you fight bosses, for example, Warden Bound Spirit and Shakira's Curse, you can use them to craft specific gear pieces that you want, like Star Guardian and Revived Nightmare, which we use to craft outfits, and engraved equipment, which is awesome. I am really happy they're doing this. Let me think about what I was going to say real quick. I do not think, by the way, that the gear that you craft from this will be very good. I am very much headcanon convinced that the gear that you craft with this is going to be absolutely terrible gear rating, but it's because these are meant to be used to craft the outfits rather than actually build more gear. But we'll see, right? Maybe they will actually make it an RNG chance for it to have a good score. We don't know. Next up, this provides a path for players to steadily acquire equipment without relying solely on random drops. DEVS. Now, this part doesn't really matter. It's basically them saying we keep listening to your feedback and you can expect more things in the future. However, we are getting a free Brilliant Engraving Seal, which is absolutely huge. Like, these things are very, very nice to get from them, so that's great. Tomorrow we'll be having the live stream, and Developer Notes 10 will be coming up at some point after that as well. I am looking forward to seeing what else is going to happen, because this was just 9, bro. This wasn't even the actual, like, live stream. I cannot wait to see what they're going to be adding to this. But yeah, that's my take on it. That's a quick, no-nonsense summary of what is being explained in the dev notes with a sprinkle of my own thoughts put into it. Let me know in the comment section down below. Are you happy with these dev notes? What are your thoughts on it? What is your take on it? How are you enjoying the game? Are you still playing it, or did you quit the game and are looking right now to see if it's worth coming back to? Let me know all that in the comment section down below. I love to read what people have to say. I've been your host, Eamon519, and I hope to see y'all on the next one. Bye bye. I cannot find the stop recording button.